Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
After the interception, here's Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens have taken the early lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bell. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now let's go.
Following the interception, Mayfield looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. Shedding through the defense. Buying, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shane Ray in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They come out here in the I. They'll look to run with Freeman. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Now Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Jackson on 1st down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Charles Tapper in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Watch it now, Barney.
This is Marshall. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Darian Stewart there to bring him down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Hoisted, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for a loss on the play. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Mayfield now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And Mayfield just getting the play off. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And some space here. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Absolutely. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. First down, Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
They give them a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Detroit!
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. Jones breaking from the contact and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
They go play action. Mayfield. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now they're in the second quarter now in Oakland, and the Raiders have jumped out to an early lead over the Chiefs. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
No, check, Patriot, Patriot! Over! Shit!
Now Marshall. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Detroit! Now let's go!
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
No, check, Patriot! Gun!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open, it's Marshall complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Detroit!
Jackson on first down. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Here's Marshall. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
No, check, Patriot! Watch him now, Barney! Hut!
Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Philip Dorsett with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mayfield on play action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run with Marshall. Bust through the tackle. He won't go down. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Here we go now. 3-19!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And that's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Denver. 77 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. He's going to get it running right. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter from Oakland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
No, check, Patriot, Patriot! Watch the edge! All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Flacco looking for his first toss. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Flacco from the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 2. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. So the Broncos coming out now. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, Flacco. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing here on 1st down, Flacco. And this is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Second and 10. Flacco once more. Caught here by Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Flacco. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. That is caught. It's Perriman. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And they'll go on the ground. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Flacco here on 2nd down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Flacco. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So they get a break there as the penalty moves him to the 5 for another 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Set! Wait! God, set! Wait! Hey! Monday! Hey, watch that, kid. Watch the ball. Red! Moving! Red, red! Monday! 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 Red, red!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He can run for it, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Flacco will take to the air again. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3-19! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Detroit! Detroit!
The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. This is Booker on the dump off. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Now let's go!
Booker on 1st down. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. First, again, they go with Booker. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance, but it's just not meant to be.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Baltimore, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.